My aunt sent me to foster care at 12, saying I wasn't real family because adoption doesn't count. Now she's demanding my kidney because we're a perfect match. I hadn't heard from Aunt Patricia in 18 years when her assistant called my work number. Miss Rivera, your aunt would like to speak with you. It's urgent. My aunt. The woman who sent 12-year-old me to foster care 3 days after my parents' funeral. The woman who told the social worker that adoption meant my mother wasn't real family. So why should she take in a stranger's kid? But I went to the hospital anyway. Maybe I needed to see her one last time. Maybe I needed closure. She was in a private suite that looked nothing like a hospital room, more like a hotel. The chandelier probably cost more than my entire year's rent. You came. She didn't smile, just assessed me like I was a piece of furniture she was considering buying. I need a kidney. No hello, no apology, just that. Madison and Brent aren't matches, she continued. But you are. Funny how that works. I'd registered as an organ donor years ago, never thinking my own blood would come looking. The database matched us automatically. The nurse said it was like winning the lottery. What are the odds? Dr. Chen says you're healthy. The surgery is scheduled for 3 weeks from now. Scheduled, like I already agreed. You told the social worker I wasn't family. Patricia sighed like I was being tedious. You were 12. 12-year-olds need constant supervision, therapy, and college funds. Madison was heading to boarding school. Brent had a tennis camp. I couldn't dilute their futures with someone else's responsibility. Someone else's. That's what I was. Someone else's responsibility. Your mother was adopted at 6. We barely knew each other growing up. She said it so casually. When she married your father, that mechanic with no degree, I knew it would end badly, and it did. They died in a car accident, and I made a practical choice. Madison is at Yale now. Brent just bought his first condo. They had the lives they deserved. She adjusted her IV drip. What would you have added except expense and complications? The nurse walked in to check Patricia's vitals, and I watched my aunt transform. Suddenly, she was fragile, helpless. Oh, this is my niece, she told the nurse sweetly. She's giving me her kidney. Isn't that wonderful? The nurse beamed at me. What a blessing you are. After she left, Patricia's mask dropped instantly. 50,000. That's my offer. More than fair for a few weeks of recovery. You're offering me money? I'm not a monster. The surgery is inconvenient for you. I understand that. 50,000 should cover your time off work, and then some. Madison walked in carrying expensive coffees. She froze when she saw me, and for a second, I saw something in her face. Guilt, maybe, but it vanished. Mom needs your help, she said carefully. Where were you when I needed help? When I was sleeping in a bedroom with 2 strangers? When I was working 3 jobs to pay for community college? Madison flinched. That was Mom's decision, and you benefited from it. You got Yale. Brent got his fancy job. I got the Henderson's fold-out couch. This is different, Madison said. This is life or death. It was life or death for me too. I was 12 years old and grieving, and your mother chose her jewelry over me. Patricia's voice turned sharp. You're being emotional. This is simple biology. You have 2 kidneys. I need one. Refusing would be murder. Call it whatever you want. 100,000, Patricia snapped. Final offer. Brent appeared in the doorway. Expensive suit, expensive watch. The brother I used to play with before our parents died. Before Patricia explained I wasn't really their cousin. Just give her the kidney, he said, not even looking at me. Why make this harder than it needs to be? Harder for who? For Mom. She's dying. And I was 12. You're still stuck on that? Brent actually laughed. That was almost 20 years ago. Grow up. Something in me snapped. Not into anger, into clarity. I am grown up, I said. I grew up in a house that wasn't mine. I grew up watching you 3 on social media, living the life I should have had. I grew up understanding exactly what I'm worth to this family. Patricia's voice rose. If you walk away, my blood is on your hands. No, I said quietly. Your choices are on your hands. You chose to throw me away. I'm choosing to remember that. I'll give you 200,000. The number didn't matter. A million wouldn't matter. Please, Madison whispered, and she was crying now. Real tears. Please don't let my mom die. I'm not killing her, I said. I'm just not saving her. There's a difference. Patricia screamed after me as I walked out. Something about lawyers and family court and making me pay. But her voice faded as I pushed through the hospital doors into the parking lot. My phone rang. My foster mother, Janet, the woman who actually raised me. How'd it go, sweetheart? I said no. Silence. Then, good. Come home. I made that pasta you like. And just like that, I knew I'd made the right choice. Family isn't about blood. It's about who shows up. And Patricia only showed up when she needed something from me. I drove home to the woman who'd actually been there.